was just a regular day at work, and I was just doing rotations, and I rotated Jacob, and that's when we both saw Antony face down in the water by the steps. At first, we just thought he was holding his breath, playing a game or something, and then Jacob tapped him to see if he was conscious or not, and he didn't respond.
I saw Antony face down in the water, and I poked him with my guard tube, and he didn't respond. And so I rolled him over, and his eyes were rolled back in his head, and when I pulled him out of the water, he was not breathing. I couldn't feel a pulse. I skipped the 2 breaths of the CPR procedure and went straight to performing the chest compressions. And I did 5 rounds. Natalie did 5 or 6, and Emily came out with the AED.
By the time I got over, he had already assessed his pulse. He had no pulse, was not breathing, and he had already started CPR. At that point, I took out the AED and I attached it to him where it said analyzing heart rhythm and that he had no heart rhythm, and it instructed us to shock him. We had to shock him twice, and we did about 6 rounds of CPR on him before EMS arrived, which at that point he had regained his pulse.
Oh gosh, how proud am I of my team. I get goosebumps still thinking about it. I get a little emotional talking about it. So proud of them. These are kids that are 15 and 16 years old, and I'm sorry, like I said, it's been a year. When the incident happened, I was good and I kept it together, but now like you reflect on it, and you know, these lifeguards that worked on him, they were 15 and 16 years old, young kids. I have kids that age. I have lifeguards that are lifeguards that could have been them that day. I'm beyond proud, and I don't even know if they'll know for years to come what they did. I know they get it, but I think that's something in 10, 20 years they look back and it will be a wow. But I'm so very proud of the guards that did it, and I'm proud of all the staff that were here just at the Heckert.
AEDs are very important to the lifeguard job, because if CPR and other techniques to help save someone who's unconscious doesn't work, AED is a resort that will help bring their pulse back and bring a heart rate back, which is what it did for the kid.
Yeah, I would encourage people to donate money for AEDs, just because, you know, anything could happen at any time, at any moment, and it's important to have that and those skills to go with it.
I am beyond grateful for Bothwell Foundation for what they're doing, not just for the Parks Department, but for the whole community of Sedalia and the Pettis County. For us to be able to have all these AEDs at facilities is outstanding, and I can't say it enough. I personally can tell you, if we wouldn't have had that AED here that day, we don't know what the end story would have been, and I don't want to talk about what the end story would have been. But we're blessed that we have that, and I hope that we can get an AED at every facility that people enter.